Can you hear me and see me?
Hey, yeah, I can. How are you, mate?
Doing good.
I'm doing good. Well, you know what? If you're chewing good, if you're chewing gum, that makes me feel okay about chewing gum. So that's good to go.
I just have, I just have a nervous habit where I chew on my tongue.
Oh,
No,
really?
I'm just fucking with you. I gotta get
Ah.
out of here.
Oh, we're off to a good start. Well, this is going to be fun. Where are you at the moment, mate?
Portland, Oregon.
Nice, nice. Were you born in Portland, or did you grow up in Portland? 'Cause-
I was born in Eugene, about 100 miles south.
Mhm. Okay, cool. So, hey, before we get started, I apologize. I realized I sent you the Zoom link with your name spelt with a G. Apologies, they threw me because I'm like, I'm positive it's spelt with a J, but then I saw a G in the email. I was like, whatever. Anyway, um, so yeah, man, it is great to talk to you. Look, obviously, as you can probably see, bit of a metalhead, and my first exposure to Poison Idea music wasn't through Poison Idea. It was through a lot of 90s metalheads. It was the Crow soundtrack, Pantera covering you in the 90s. Um, that must have been a weird thing. Yeah, because they were blowing up huge at the time. Was that a weird kind of bit of acknowledgement from a
Well, you know what? If people can do covers and improve them and do them or just as good, you know, we some guy from Kerrang magazine said once that Lemmy said that Poison Idea's version of Motorhead was the best one that he ever heard.
oh
So that's a compliment. But you know what? Pantera doing the badge, they do a weird break at the end, like a break beat. And I was like, wow, that's actually really cool. They kind of improved it. They did it really good. I mean, they did it justice. So I was happy. We gave them their blessing, our blessing, and we were impressed.
so my knowledge of like 70s and 80s punk is very limited. It's something that I've only started to build in the last 10 or so years. But it was funny. I was this close to interviewing Leaving from Fear. That they just cancelled when they were about to come down here, and
Uh,
I wanted to make him laugh because yeah, the band Despise You had a cover of Fear's famous song, I Don't Care About You, and called it Fear's song. For the longest time, I thought that's just what it was called. I didn't know there was a band called Fear. Oh,
how did they do a good version of it?
it's fucking rad. It's
Oh wow,
Despise You are a power violence band, so it's just fear stripped down to just pure anger.
how cool.
Right, one of my favorite heavy bands is named after you, Venomous Concept. Um,
Oh
the Mighty. Are you familiar with them at all?
yeah, yeah, I've heard them.
Yes. Oh my God, this is what got me so excited about. Yeah, finally getting to speak to you because you've influenced all of my favorite bands. Not and King Youngie from King Parrot, by the way, but I wanted me to ask you that he left you a record at your friend's record shop. Did you get it?
Oh yeah, I got it. I love it.
He
Tell
would be
them thank
proud. There is a massive King Parrot patch on the back of this jacket. I'm a
you.
fucking huge fan. They're my favorite Australian band. Speaking of amazing Australian bands, we are here because you have just collaborated with the Hard-Ons. Talk me through it, mate. How did this? Let's start, I guess. Where does your story and the Hard-On story first intersect, and how did it lead to this?
Years ago, we were mutual fans of the band. They came over to America and toured, and we set up some shows with them. And we toured the Hard-Ons. Got to be really good friends. They went back to Australia and were writing their next record, and asked if I wanted to do a song with them. Then this is in the '90s,
Mm.
and we did a song. I went over and played the big day out with them. They were doing their thing, and Poison Idea was, we were self-destructing, doing our thing, and we both kind of destructed in different ways. And I thought that was it. I thought that was it. And then years later, they came back. They're back. I was resurrected too, and they asked me if I wanted to do some songs with them. And now it's easier with the, just send the files. But they wrote some songs. They wrote 15 songs, sent them to me. I listened to them and felt what no titles, no words, just here's some music. And I'm like, well, what does this song sound like to me? This song sounds like, I don't know, this song, for some reason, this song sounds like New Zealand to me. And I've made up lyrics about New Zealand. I'm just so happy, so lucky that, like I said, get to do a mulligan, get to do a do-over. Not many times in life you can do something and say, okay, see you later. Then years later, it's like, you know what, let's try that again. It's amazing. And they're fucking so good. Those guys are so, I mean, like I said, I don't think I'll ever play with Dennis Tech. Mark Arms got playing with the Saints. So I got the third best Australian band. I got the number 3 band. I got the HARD-ONS, and I'm so excited and so happy. I mean, when we play, I'm just smiling. I'm just so, it's the best.
Oh, they have and they've got this amazing new life now with Tim Rogers as a frontman.
Yeah.
It's, oh my God.
Yeah, you know what? He reinvents them. I mean, the HARD-ONS they're a machine, but Tim just injects this like whole new personality and so a whole new soul into it. It just, it's really, and I'm happy to be doing this project, but there's no way I'd ever, consider stepping on Tim's toes because he, like I say, man, that's his baby. It's his world. I'm just visiting.
Oh, I like that quote. Mate, one of the most iconic images of Poison Idea is the Feel the Darkness cover. I knew that album cover for, I reckon, about 20 years before I'd ever heard a note of your music. It's like Madball Set It Off with the Baby and the Gun. It's just one of those hardcore covers. And I'm a bit sheepish because up until yesterday, I just assumed it was someone like Alice Cooper. I had no idea it was Tiny Tim.
Yeah, it looks like Alice Cooper. It looks like him, and you could run with that idea too. It's like here we are, a bunch of young punks destroying old heavy metal. I mean, kind of that's what it was. We had the Tiny Tim album, and that picture of him's on the back of it, and we were just like, you know what? Let's burn it down. Let's and start all over again. See what happens. So we took the picture and held a gun to it. And yeah, well, eventually it got around to Tiny Tim. It showed up on his door, and they didn't get the joke. They didn't think it was funny.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but I mean, what would somebody put a record out with like somebody cutting my head off or something? It'd be the same thing. I'd go, that's not too cool. But we explained it to Tiny that it's a dichotomy type thing, a yin and yang. It's like we're the evil, Tiny's beautiful. He's peace and love, and we're horrible, horrible people. And he understood. And he's like, okay, go ahead, run with it.
Oh, bless him.
Yeah, bless his pointed head.
Sounds like he's got a bit of Weird Al energy to it. It's like, all right, that's a nice way of putting it. Nice.
Well, rest in peace.
Mate, I've been asked to because obviously Youngie knows you guys from King Parrot, knows you guys well. And I was like, hey, what are some cool things to chat with Jerry about? And he's like, oh, mate, you have got to talk about Steve Hanford, because apparently he was an absolute wild man, and I will enjoy hearing about him. Apparently we lost it. We lost him in 2020. What are some of your best memories of him?
Well, I mean, I lived with Steve and played with him, and we were brothers for a long time. So there's just like, like brothers are going to have, fights at dinner time, and they're going to have problems. And I mean, I have memories of Steve when I wasn't with him. Probably the best memory is being in my house eating dinner one night and seeing a flash on the news that some gunman has been holding up pharmacies in Portland, Oregon, robbing pharmacies. And they said he's wearing a disguise, And we looked at the picture, and it's like, that's not a disguise. That's just the way he looks.
Oh no.
And so that was a pretty. It's hard to shake that memory. So yeah, he got caught for that and went to prison for a long time,
Oh.
and then got out, and he was doing good. He kind of he didn't have time when he was younger. He didn't have time to really grow, and he was just kind of like we all were. We were young and kind of feral and kind of just ran and crazy and doing our stuff, drinking and going crazy. And Steve never really put the brakes on it until he went to jail, and then he kind of chilled out and mellowed and got out. And we're just getting ready to maybe do something else, get the old band together again. And then he passed away. But Steve, I mean, I remember like doing sound checks with him, and the drums were, to me, they sounded like somebody starting up a Harley Davidson and revving it up full blast. And it wasn't a drum, it was the machine. And you could hear that machine just crank, just like in all cylinders firing. And it was just like perfect sync, sync, and just this loud roar. It was amazing. He was a really amazing drummer. And I'm lucky you got to know him and play with him. But we had lots of stories. I mean, I could.
Oh, nothing incriminating. Nothing incriminating.
Well, that's pretty much all the stories. He we played in San Francisco once, and he was with this girl, and we were having a party. We had 2 hotel rooms going on, and he snuck in the room and grabbed the keys to the van to take this girl back to her house. He was drunk. It's about 3 a.m. He didn't know how to drive. So he takes off flying down Market Street in San Francisco, turns the corner, goes through a stop sign, and piles the van right through a jewelry store window.
Oh, yeah.
And the girl didn't get hurt.
Tour manager would have loved that one.
Yeah, stole the van from us. So he wound up going to jail in San Francisco, and we kind of scattered. One of us took a bus home. One of us took off this direction. One of us had to go to the police station to try to get the van out of impound, to get our equipment out of it that was impounded. Meanwhile, Steve's locked up somewhere. I think his head went through the windshield and kind of fucked his face up. But yeah, it's that kind of stuff like that everyday occurrence. So you can't win if you don't play.
No, you can't. And hey, look, he went to his grave with stories to tell. So look, I mean,
yeah.
Mate, given the recent outcry in the hardcore scene over a banana suit, they've since moved on to someone else. But I thought the banana suit thing, I swear, we were hearing about for months. So it just made me think, as a man who has done a lot of shows in his life, what are some of the strangest things you have seen in pits?
Oh, well, strange or sad or
I mean, however you want to answer it. We could do it a funny one if you want to fucking
I've seen
a sad story, you can too, whatever.
You see lots of we used to play in California when the punk thing was really big, and it was pretty scary. And I saw a guy do flips, somersaults off the stage once with big steel-toed boots on, and caught a person in the jaw and took the jaw off completely at that.
Oh,
snapped it and ripped it right off.
Oh,
so
it
was a big thing. Yeah, it's
Ow.
from the pit. I was in a pit once, and we played Europe, and we had some goth. We either wanted goth bands or performance art to open for us. So we had this performance art, and it was a big anti-meat veganism thing, and this this person came out there with a chainsaw and sawed a cow's head open and had the stuff flying all over it and scooped out the brains and threw them in a bucket and started putting salt and pepper on it, going, when you go to McDonald's, this is the stuff, the poison that you're eating. And they had candles on stage, and it was kind of like Burzum, you know, all this weird. Yeah. And they said, would you ever eat this stuff like that? And this guy with a big Mohican jumped up on stage and walked over there and grabbed a handful of brains and just shoved it in.
I was waiting for it.
Yeah, kind of took the air out of their tires, and the people, you know, everybody started clapping and laughing, and the performance artists on stage didn't think it was funny.
Oh, to be a fly on the wall, that would have been amazing. Mate, lastly, look, your obviously your connection with Australia and with HARD-ONS and stuff is really strong. What were some of just memories of touring Australia over the years? Like, for example, what memories do you have of the first time you came over?
Well, you know, for me, going to Australia is like a Japanese fan going to Liverpool and seeing the Beatles, you know, where the Cavern Club or something. Just to all the bands that were so long, you know, where Radio Birdman would play, you know, the hotels and you know, remember the Thin Lizzy thing at the Harbor when Thin Lizzy played the Harbor down there in Sydney. And, you know, just know that the Saints, this is where the Saints are from, and just see all the different places, you know. I mean, the country is huge. It's crazy. I mean, you know, just being on tour and some people flying, and I wanted to like go to the outback and drive with the equipment because it was so amazing. It was so just huge, you know, and stopping at a restroom and seeing some big like spider in a bathroom and go, what is that? And they're like, that's like the third most deadliest spider in the world, you know, some big giant spider. And, you know, just crazy stuff like that, you know, seeing people ask, did you see any kangaroos? I said, well, I saw a pair of legs like on the road. I saw some kangaroo legs laying on the road, but I didn't see a kangaroo.
Oh my God.
But Australia is amazing. I love Australia. I mean, like I said, I've said it before, it has to be something in the water because the bands, you know, from X to, you know, there's so many, the Victims, the Hard-Ons, just there's the bands and on to the new, now I'm saying new, like say Cosmic Psychos is new, but you know, from there on, just so many bands. It's amazing. And none of them disappoint.
No, which is refreshing.
You know, even when it was like new wave and stuff like Ferrante, that was like they were kind of funny too, you know. It was like it's great. I love it. It's something in the water.
Unreal. Jerry, mate, this has been rad. Thank you very much for your time. It's been lovely to meet you. Like you have influenced a lot of the bands that have ended up stitched onto this vest. So I appreciate you, mate, and thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, Tom. So listen, enjoy this record because everybody, it's a motherfucker. It burns.
I've loved it. I checked out the whole thing yesterday. It's fucking sick, dude. It sounds great. So
well, maybe we'll see you next year.
Hopefully, Matt. Be good.
Peace.